Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs...
And he's decided to go for it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And it's Messi. The muscular approach does pay off here. Vieira cannot be beaten that easily. No, that's been intercepted. And he's heaved it away. Raul looking to play him in. And that's been slipped through. Buffon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now it's Neymar.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that should get the job done.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Messi. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, he got rid.
Oh no, what has happened here? Now, can they get it back?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out again for a throw-in. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Costa Curta is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Ronaldo charging forward, the ball at his feet. That's going to go a long way. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It'll be a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
A horrible blip, a horrible blip. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. India.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
India happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
That's a cute ball. Cantona is onto this. That's tidy. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Barcelona
applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Almost an hour gone. And the pass is intercepted. Costa Curta. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Costa Curta. De Bruyne. India leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Baresi, always a very imposing presence at the back. Now it's Vitinha, knocks it into space. And this is Messi. He is through here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And we have our very first corner. De Bruyne with the short one.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. And it's De Bruyne. Gets a good foot in there. Played out to the left flank. I think we're just about done here. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
India really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
He's in a great position here. Chance! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! The movement so precise. So that's it. It is all over. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So, overall, I don't think anyone...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Barcelona have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
It's Asa! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. India have the chance to go the other way. Plays a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Danger averted for now. Neymar driving forwards. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yamal is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Nicely shaped ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Threads one in. Tries to play it through. He's found a way through. And that's been intercepted. Shapes to shoot! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Roberto Carlos. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, that's neat. And now they can spring out of defence. Alarm. And the counter is on. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. India have themselves a chance from the spot to get them off and running. What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think the story of the first half is dominated by the spot kick miss. It should have broken the deadlock, but here we are, and I think there's still plenty to play for.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Eto'o. Son Heung-min. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Searching pass he's played there. Great vision. Cleared without complication. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, perfectly measured that. Picked out brilliantly, is on his own. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. He can't put it away.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Can he get it through? Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's a fine interception. Just about up to the hour now. Thuram. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And that was very necessary. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Son Heung-min. And it's Makalele. Lovely ball in a he's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Bellingham. Now it's Eto'o. Knocks it into space. And the finish! No mistake! And that could well be the winner!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And here's Cruyff.
India surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
A probing pass. That's the keeper's ball.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And the pass is intercepted. Played into space. He's being urged to shoot.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And that is as far as it goes. India have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally, you'll be bound to see him in the final third.
Yamal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Gerrard, looking for options for movement. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. This looks promising. And this is Messi. Bergkamp. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Yamal. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Bellingham. India still without a single shot on target. Now it's Cristiano. Chance for a shot! There it is! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Raul, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's played it in low. Gerrard gets good distance on it. India are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. 30 minutes gone. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's had a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Vieira makes the interception. And it's Messi. Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Yamal is in a really good position out wide.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Romero does really well to win the ball there. Bergkamp. Oh, good-looking ball. Yamal looking to run onto it. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. India.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
India leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
India definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Yamal. That is good alertness. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's heaved it away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good.
It's Neymar! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! A finish right from the top draw. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
India are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now there's a fine ball. Neymar! Just cruising! They are cruising! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
India find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bergkamp. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And he's straight offside. And that's it. My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Baresi. And it's Rooney. And it's Messi. Now it's Rooney. And this is Neymar. He is through here. Real chance here. And the shot! Goal! Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. India are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Now it's Kimmich. Played into the box. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Messi. He won't be happy with that one. Aguero. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. It's Adriano! Just off target.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
And that is expertly dealt with. And the pass is intercepted. That's a good ball. He's in a good position. Decent chance! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter. Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And the counter is on. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
James Rodriguez. And it's Kimmich. Aimed beyond the defence. James Rodriguez delivers. And he gets rid in a hurry. To Gerrard. Now it's Totti. Neymar. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Looking to play him in. That pass has been well intercepted. That's a shade optimistic. And we hit half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. India are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Madrid get the ball rolling in the second half. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he's managed to get free. Now, who's going to be first to this? This time, surely! And it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class. Real class.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
India get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden...
Adriano! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for... Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, that's fabulous. Chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
India go 2 up. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it. But we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Aguero was in no mood for any of that. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that is a little undercooked.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Neymar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Threads one in, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Totti, Adriano.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Shapes to shoot! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Time for a change in personnel.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And it's Vitinha. Cristiano Ronaldo. Played into space. Oh, that's well spotted. And that's it. India can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go,
Kvaratskhelia!
Kvaratskhelia just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Knocks it into space. Spread neatly. And this is Neymar. Oh, he's been caught nap, and the shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So, a breakthrough already. India leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Messi. Batistuta. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. India are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Batistuta. Now it's Forlan. Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Roberto Carlos. Bellingham. Nicely spread. Now that's a lovely exchange. Good read, needed to be. Neymar to Messi. Neymar. Now it's Forlan. And here's Batistuta. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. This time, surely! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Gets a good foot in there. Kvaratskhelia. Played out to the left flank. And it's Batistuta. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Rooney. Bellingham. He has found the way through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Messi! That had everyone off their seats.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Moved on forwards. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. India.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
India leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
India really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Vieira spots it and intercepts. Thuram. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Thuram. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Still just a single goal between the sides. That looks a good ball through. Batistuta. Oh, that's fabulous. Played in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Almost an hour gone. And it's Eto'o. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Neymar. He might be in here! Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Hoisted in. Well read. And the danger is averted.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Messi. That ball looks a good one.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bellingham. That's a throw. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, nice touch.
India nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Stood up well to him there. Messi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he shoots! It's there! The breakthrough strike! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Lovely feet. Oh, lots to admire in the run and the defending. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Aguero. Oh, they can break here. Mateus. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Plays a sharp little ball here, pinches it off him. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Rooney. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And that's been won straight back. Rooney.
Rooney really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, this is a great position. Harrison gets it away. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Puskas. Puskas puts his foot on the gas. Cristiano Ronaldo.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's in on goal. And the shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
And here's Neymar. And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
India head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we're underway again. India carrying a 1-goal lead. And he's had a hit! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Cucurella. And the return pass. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Neymar. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Rooney. Just about up to the hour now.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
He's gone for goal! Oh! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Barcelona are back in business. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is...
Shot, surely! It's in! And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
India are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
India go into the lead. He's tried one! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vieira gets a foot in and wins the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Cucurella. Mateus. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Roberto Carlos. The less said about that pass, the better. And that will be the final act. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shift. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not...
Messi! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected. It's a corner. India with the corner. They're first. Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. He's being urged to shoot. Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
They've played it short. Crosses it in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Still goalless at the moment. Great vision. Is on his own. He's had a shot! Goal, England! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
England are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Neymar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ball is over the line.